Welcome to the newest episode of your coworker's favorite movie podcast. It's The Magic of Cinema.
You must have heard surely of movie magic.
It really is a fool's errand, Justin. You were right when you said that. Like, this sucks.
Yeah, like there's some definites, and then there's just, I just like movies, man.
Yeah, facts. And it's so tough because it's like it's like this recording will be fun,
Mm-hmm.
but the making of this list was awful. Like, this
Yeah.
sucked to do.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Yeah. This is it, man. This is the blood, sweat, and tears we shed for this show.
Yeah.
And what show is that? Why? None other than The Magic of Cinema. What is up, friends? It is your coworker's favorite movie podcast, and we are here to talk about films. This is a very special episode for us, in fact, because this is sort of the get to know us episode. We've spent a couple talking about some recent releases. We've spent some kind of talking about movies as a whole, but let's just kind of talk about us as people and what we're about, as myself, Justin, and Pip break down our top 9 movies each. Who are we? Why, my name is Mac. I am joined as always by my 2 boys, Justin.
Hello.
And Pip.
Ahoy, hoy.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Big Pippin himself. We are, like I said, going to break down our top 9 movies. Let me kind of put some caveats out there. These are not the movies that we believe to be the best of all time. We're not doing Citizen Kane's. We're not doing, the Battleship Potemkin or whatever. These are 9 movies that we feel are indicative of us. There are our 9 favorite movies per person. So we're all going to go in a circle and kind of go through our favorite movies together. We had a miserable time putting this together. All 3 of us were really racking our brains up to the moment that I pressed record. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if some of us make some adjustments during the recording itself. You know what I mean? So we're just going to kind of talk through each one of these things, kind of see which one we all pick. We are all blind. We have not talked about this. We have no idea what we each have on our lists. So chaos will undoubtedly ensue. So it's a rip the bandit off, man. Who wants first?
Hey, man. You want to kick us off?
I'm down. I'm down. So yeah, man, for my list, I kind of told the boys this, but my list is not like, 9 to 1, like the least preferred to the most preferred, except for like number 1 is probably my favorite movie of all time. My list is just like, these are 9 movies where if you said, yo, Mac, it's your pick, let's put a movie on, I will probably pick one of these 9. You know what I mean? Like at any given time, one of these 9 is in the rotation. It'll always be like my go-to. So my number 9 pick, with that in mind, is a little ditty, a 2007 movie about the West, starring everyone's favorite New Zealander, Russell Crowe. So my number 9 is 3:10 to Yuma.
Oh.
Dude, I love this movie, which is a phrase we're probably going to hear quite a bit tonight. But I love this movie. I think, Westerns have always been a favorite genre of mine. I love watching Western movies. I'll kind of make mention of that throughout the night with different picks that I have. But I think this is just about the pinnacle of Western movies. I think there's a couple other ones you might look for, like The Searchers and Good, the Bad, and the Ugly and all that, and maybe even the original 3:10 to Yuma. But I think that this 2007 version, when you get into the, Christian Bale's amazing. You got Russell Crowe in there, who's just an absolute killer as this like morally ambiguous bad guy that you also kind of like because he's so sly and like cool. Alan Tudyk's great. Peter Fonda's great. Gretchen Mall's great. It's thought-provoking. It's got some great shootouts. It's sad at points. It's like weirdly funny at points. I love this movie, man. I think it slaps.
It's a good pick. Very good pick.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love 3:10 to Yuma. That's excellent. I really think Ben Foster is very underappreciated in
Yes,
Hollywood, and I think that he should be given some more opportunities. And he's great in that movie. He's really, really good.
he has not done much recently. He's kind of like one of those guys that's like in. Well, actually, now that I look at his filmography, he's in more than I thought. But like over the last few years, Christie, Long Day's Journey into Night, Motor City, The Contractor, Hustle, Medieval, Emancipation. Like there's some good movies in there, but he's definitely not like I agree, Pip. He's not getting enough recognition because I do think he's fantastic.
He delivers one of my favorite lines from 30 Days a Night. If you guys ever, watch that, where he's in the jail cell and he's uh, eating the raw meat and he's like, "They a coming," board up the windows. It's great. It's great.
Shouts out Ben Foster. Come on the pod, Ben Foster. Let's talk movies. So yeah, my number 9 pick is 3:10 to Yuma. Justin, what's your number 9?
Oh, mine. I'm up next. Well, it was Battleship Potemkin, but
Was it really?
you shamed me. I was like, well, what if somebody does like that? Which it is. An
Justin
movie.
did, in fact, go to film school, folks. He did study that movie, I'm sure.
We did watch that. It's very, very important film, but it's not on my list. No.
Shout out to Steps.
Yeah, shout out to Steps. Absolutely.
Shout out to Steps.
Shout out to, and it really like Untouchables. We don't get the stairway shootout without Battleship Potemkin. So shout out to Sergei Eisenstein. Number 9 was like the hardest for me because like I think I had a pretty solid list, but then it's just for whatever reason like this and again it's thinking not like this is how I rank these movies like. I prefer one over the other. I like you said, I do have like my favorites that will be revealed, but yeah, like the rest, it's like like you said, it's just I could watch any one of these, but still, just wanted to include the final one that was really difficult to me. And I should mention, like I am not including any Star Wars on my list.
Oh, good call. I did not either. Because we've talked about Star Wars a lot recently.
Yeah, same.
We've talked a lot about it, so I chose to not include those, despite the fact that at least 2 of the movies are probably on this list in reality. But okay, so I'll go with number 9. Man, this like changed up until like about 10 minutes ago. But I'm going with Chungking Express.
Ooh, okay. Educate me.
Yeah. So it's on the DVD cover, and I actually just upgraded to the Criterion selection so I can loan the DVD to you guys if you haven't seen it. It's also available on like HBO Max through their Criterion little collection they got going there. I think it might even be on Canopy. But Chungking Express, so Wong Kar-wai, he's probably best known for making In the Mood for Love. But I love this movie. It's as I was saying about the DVD cover, Quentin Tarantino calls this his favorite movie of all time. That, mileage may vary on that statement depending on your feelings for Quentin Tarantino. But having said that, it really is like a beautiful movie, and it's you can see like a lot of, again, Tarantino borrows a lot, so you can see where he would borrow a lot from something like this. It's interconnected stories, set in Hong Kong. The stories are essentially like 2 police officers who kind of fall in love with different people. It's, I won't get too much into the plot. I think you all should just kind of see it, experience it for yourself. It's a movie that I discovered recently, back during like, a pandemic, like when we were all stuck inside, watching a lot of movies, streaming, trying to catch up on like some blind spots that I had. And this was always one of them. It deals with like themes of like loneliness, melancholy, yearning. Do you guys yearn? We all got to yearn.
I yearn every day of my life.
Exactly.
That's right.
But so the bulk of the movie is it's the relationship between Tony Leung, who's the police officer. He's been in a lot. He's been Hard Boiled. He was in Infernal Affairs. American audiences probably know him most as the Mandarin in Shang-Chi. But he's been around forever. Great leading man. Just handsome boy. And Fei Wong, just my queen. She kind of has in this movie a bit of the manic pixie dream girl thing going on,
Nice.
but I mean that in like the best way possible, not like some bastardized version. Wong Kar-wai, he's known for this thing called step printing, which is like, it's a really cool effect. It gives like scenes like this dreamy feeling where it's literally like you're dropping like frames from the film, and it's very like kind of cutty, and it just looks incredible.
Love that.
And yeah, it's just kind of like one of those comfort movies for me. Like, you know, if you are having those like melancholic feelings, if you are yearning, throw on Chungking Express, man. You can't go wrong with that. So that's my
That's
number
at
9.
Bridget Lynn too.
Yeah. It's essentially a small cast. It's you know, despite being in Hong Kong, like one of the great huge metropolises in the world, but it is a really small, kind of intimate movie, and I just love it. So
I love that.
Yeah, absolutely, everybody check that out.
What's gonna be cool for this for me too is like I'm gonna get new movies out of this because like I've never seen this movie. This will absolutely be like rocketed at the top of my list to go watch new stuff.
Yeah, I agree with that, Mac. And for me, I mean, I'm like, Justin's gonna do this for us because I had never heard of it before, and so I mean, you described it very well, and you know, you should design movie trailers. There you go. I guess over to me then, and same thing. You know, we're gonna, you know, we all talked about this. This was a difficult thing. My list changed throughout the day, throughout, you know, while sitting here, because I just have some floaters that keep popping up into 9 and some that keep dropping down. Maybe shouldn't say floaters. That's not appealing. And so when describing movies I enjoy. So for me, what I put as my number 9, and I agree as well. There's one that's a clear cut number 1, but the rest of them all kind of, you know, work their way around through from time to time. But for me, it is Logan.
Banger.
I'm right there with Mac as far as Westerns go. I grew up watching Westerns with my dad and just in general. All the old John Wayne movies like The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, Rio Grande. Like, I used to have a John Wayne collection that was like the old Star Wars movie box that made all the faces that made John Wayne in like a gun shootout scene. So I love Westerns. And that's exactly, I mean, Logan is an excellent Western, right? I mean, it pulls so much from the movie Shane, which is also a fantastic Western. If you haven't seen Shane, which they talk about in the movie. I'm a big old nerd and love my comic book movies. I you know, the X-Men especially have a special place in my heart growing up, the 90s cartoon, and like, you know, weirdly enough, that's how I learned like the concept of money. Was I would learn, you know, this costs this many X-Men action figures, and that's how I would like understand what something
That's awesome.
cost. And so Logan for me was the first time that I actually was like, this is what they're taking the character serious. It's got a great road trip story. They took a comic that I think is I really like the comic, but over the years have started to feel like maybe the comic is a little overrated in Old Man Logan. You know, it's a little bit of, if you're not familiar with Mark Millar, he's very much Mr. Edgelord when it comes to comics. Let's do some of the most edgy stuff we can. And they took that concept and turned it into just this beautiful film about a guy trying to, you know, protect his loved ones when the world is basically kind of falling apart, and weirdly enough is starting to look like how it looks today, with the AI and the crops and all of that. So for me, it's Logan, and I don't really have much else to say other than the movie's perfect in it goes from being a great Western, having some samurai, which of course, that's westerns, right? There are samurai movies. And then some scenes are almost straight up horror movies. That scene where the clone of him goes into the farmhouse with the family is, I mean, it's a straight up horror slasher movie, and it's so well executed and well done. So for me, it's Logan.
That's awesome. Shouts out James Mangold being our number 9 director for me and Pip,
Oh
because he
yeah.
also directed
Yeah.
310 a
I
Yuma.
was when you said that, I was pretty excited. I was like, not only cowboy movies, but yeah, James Mangold also. I mean,
He's great.
he does do a lot.
I should have picked Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny then.
Oh yeah, that's
Hey!
what you should have picked. Yeah. Or you could have even
What?
done. I guess
Ford
no,
versus
that was a great one.
Ferrari, is that him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Wolverine could have done that one.
Oh yeah,
Girl
right.
Interrupted.
Oh
Shouts
yeah,
out.
there we go. Hell yeah.
Yeah. I think Logan's a great movie, man. It's
Yeah,
it's one of those ones, like, if you consider a comic book movie, it is in contention for the best one ever made. That's a great, great, great pick.
absolutely. And because in general, and I think, not to get up on a pedestal here, but I think this is something that comic book movies need to do more of. Let's make more movies where they borrow from, and Multiverse of Madness tried to do this a little bit by let's make a horror movie. Let's make a cowboy movie with Logan, really lean into it instead of it just being like, hey, this is the superhero genre. I want a family road trip movie in the Marvel universe, something like that. So
Yeah.
a National Lampoon's Vacation.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun double bill. Vacation and Logan.
Yeah. Next round into number 8. For me, I guess we'll just keep the same pattern of folks for simplicity's sake. For me, this is going to be probably an eye roll pick for some folks, but like, again, these are movies that are meaningful to us, to the individual. And the first movie that I remember seeing in theaters was in 1997, and when I saw the movie Hercules, the Disney animated movie Hercules. I don't know if it was the first movie I ever saw. It might have been, but it's the first one that I like distinctly, vividly remember seeing, and it blew me away. And almost 30 years later, actually, I think it's still amazing. I think this is a great movie. I think it's in the middle of the Disney Renaissance, and it's kind of like the pinnacle of what they're doing. It's fun. It's hilarious. It's very funny. It's very pretty. It's very well crafted. It's witty. It is a good mix of genuinely emotional, love interest and familial discourse, and then also some great action scenes. This very cool mix of traditional 2D animation with like burgeoning at the time 3D animation. I think that when you think about all the things that make like Disney movies great, or what maybe some would consider they used to be, I think Hercules embodies pretty much every aspect of it, and to this day it slaps. And it's such a bummer. It's such a bummer that James Woods is such an asshole, because oh my god, Hades is one of the most charismatic, likable, hateable villains ever,
Yeah.
and it's his like playing of that character that helps elevate this movie to such heights. I think this movie is a plus banger.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that it doesn't. For me, I love that movie doesn't overstay its welcome either,
Yeah,
by any means. Right? It's very short. I mean, is it even an hour and a half long?
barely. If you're counting credits, it's 93 minutes.
Yeah. So I mean,
Perfect.
that's a great movie to be able to just put on and just enjoy, and it's better than almost 3 episodes of TV you could watch.
Yeah. Danny DeVito obviously is fantastic. Iconic role as Phil in that. Tate Donovan is our main man Hercules, does a solid job. And then the with all love and respect and proper prim professionalism, Susan Egan's voice as Meg confused and enlightened me when I was like 4 or 5 years old, and it continues to have similar effects all these years later.
You went in that theater a boy and came out a man.
And out of man, that's right. I came in. I was like, "Mommy, are we gonna go see the cool Disney movie? And she's like, yeah. And I left it, and I was like, hey, so what's she about? What's her deal? What's good? That's my pick. Number 8. Justin, what you got?
Number 8. Okay, I'm gonna get into yeah. The rest of my list isn't as obscure or as obscure to you guys as the rest of everything. I think it's fairly mainstream. Starting with this one, and I tried. So it is part of a trilogy. I tried not to cheat and just like put the whole trilogy on it. So
Ooh, I wonder if we have a similar pick.
I am choosing just one, and it was really between the first and the third. So I think I'm going with the third. I'm going with Lord of the Rings,
I
The
gotta take it off of my
Return of the
list.
King. No, you don't. You
I
don't have
have
to
to
take
take
it
it off
off.
my list.
Why?
That's crazy.
I don't think you have
That's
to take it
awesome.
off. Yeah, man. I mean, I loved Lord of the Rings like when it first came out. I saw all of them in the theaters multiple times. Bought the DVDs, bought the extended version DVDs. Watched them at least once or twice a year. Again, and it's one of those things like, you know, uh, you can't just like sit down and watch one of them. You just got to like, cancel all your plans and just, for 12 hours watch the entire series. So I'm going with Return of the King. I think it has some of the moments from the series that I like the most. I especially love King Theoden's speech
Oh,
when the Rohirrim
yes,
shows
dude.
up outside of Minas Tirith. My God, just screaming death, death!
Mm-hmm.
Like it makes you want to run through a goddamn brick wall. That's maybe the one of the high points for me. I also love like that moment when Gollum, Sam, and Frodo are outside Minas Morgul when he's trying to take him to the secret staircase, and that's when like the Witch King of Agmar comes out. Like it shoots that ungodly, like inhuman, like green bolt into the sky, and like the score goes off. Howard Shore, I think, shouts out to
Howard
you,
Shore, man. Unbelievable.
and the Nazgul and all that. I love like that moment in particular. It always stands out, and I'm always, no matter what I always like, and I'm paying attention the entire time. But that one, it's like a very like, lean forward in the seat and watch that. Yeah, you know, what can you say about Lord of the Rings? We should probably do an entire Lord of the Rings pod at one point.
Yes,
So down.
absolutely.
Yeah, so Return of the King. Mac, I don't think you should have to change your list. I think that's a part of this.
This was going to be, so spoilers, this was going to be my next pick. Justin, of course, when he says Lord of the Rings, he of course means the extended edition, doesn't he?
Yes, absolutely.
100%.
Pip, I think it was you who mentioned like on one of our other recordings that Peter Jackson says the theatrical versions are the versions, which normally I would agree with. I'm not a fan of like director's cuts. There's very few that I think actually add anything, but a lot of times I think director's cuts just kind of like slow down and fuck up the pacing of whatever movie it is, or they add like jokes that they were cut for a reason or something like that.
Totally.
But not the case here. Like I can't get enough of the extended versions. I mean, if we go with the theatrical version, then you don't get the mouth of Sauron at the end
Yeah.
outside
Yeah,
the gate because he was not included in the theatrical. And yeah, yeah. So love it. I want to hear. So I think you keep it on the list. I want to hear your thoughts. But if you want to make a change, go for it.
I do want to shout out Pip, who put me on about a year ago to the Lord of the Rings being great Thanksgiving movies.
Yeah.
yeah. I think this is a conversation we should have sometime as well. Is like, what is the best Christmas series? What is the best Thanksgiving series? Because, and just quick, aside here, I've always viewed Harry Potter as either Halloween or Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
But Lord of the Rings specifically, there's so much emphasis on food in that series, in the books, and it is about groups coming together for the salvation of, or salvation, the like the saving of mankind and working with groups that different indigenous groups, and I think it's a great about friendship, community, food, and overcoming when we work together, how much more we can overcome. So that's my spoilers. That's my pick for the best Thanksgiving movies. That's Lord of the
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
What else are you gonna do? You're gonna sit back. Football's over. Have just digest your turkey and put on 9 to 10 hours worth of movies.
That's right. And shouts out, man. Just a quick aside. I just went and saw them when they re-released for the 25th anniversary or 20th anniversary, 25th, whatever. They just did the anniversary, and they showed all the extended editions on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I went with my girlfriend who has never seen them before, and she left the third movie like tears running down her face. Like that was amazing. Like all three of those were great, but that third one was just so amazing. And I was like, hell yeah, it's one of the best movies ever made, no question.
And I know it ends too many times, and I mean the emotional high point is
sure.
You bow to no one. That's where.
But what a scene!
Oh, it's incredible. I love You Bow to No One so much. The other stuff, like, I get it. Like, we have to see the full weight that Frodo, he's not, the Shire was saved, but not for me. So we have to get that, and I understand that. But that moment's just incredible. So
it's great. No arguments on that pick.
No arguments. Yeah, it's funny. I specifically left the Lord of the Rings off my list because
nice.
Because, which I agree, and for me, it's Two Towers. Two Towers could easily be in my top 9. And the reason why is something that you just said there at the end of I love Return of the King. It's an amazing movie, right? It is the better of the movies, but for me personally, I don't enjoy it as much, only because I do think it's a bit long in the tooth towards the end. But it is amazing. It's so beautiful and so well done. I feel like I have to be in a more specific mood for that one. Whereas Return of the Two Towers, I could just put the Two Towers on without watching the other two, and I'm like, this is going to be entertaining almost the entire way through. It's the battle of not Minas Tirith. Helm's Deep is so well done, and you do get Legolas's surfboard, snowboard scene, but still, it's such a great movie. Anyways, but I left it off my list, like I did with Star Wars and such, because I already had one in a trilogy. Well, I have several in multiple.
Oh,
but this one for me is I put The Dark Knight on here as my number 8. And I thought I didn't want to just go with trilogies and whatever, but as I'm looking at them and I'm saying them, I'm like, well, that one has multiple sequels. That one has multiple sequels, So for me, though, The Dark Knight is my... Wait, was it my turn? It was my turn, right? I'm not...
Yeah.
Hey, you're good. You got it.
All right. Yeah, so for me, it's The Dark Knight. It is... I love crime movies, especially ones that you can just you can get the feelings of where he's... Christopher Nolan is pulling his crime, because that's what it is. It is more of a crime movie than a superhero movie. It is one of the best performances of all time in it, especially as a last performance. Heath Ledger's Joker, unfortunately for anybody else who ever plays him, it will always, always, always be compared to this individual, and that's not fair.
Yes.
Michael Keaton is a phenomenal Batman, but you don't look at other Batman and go, well, Michael Keaton, right? Maybe some people do, but Christian Bale's great, but he's no Michael Keaton. Do you know what I mean? This, for me, is this way with Heath Ledger, and
we'll get into that when we do the Batman pod at some point.
He is. I will stand 100% by this. I think that Michael Keaton is the best Bruce Wayne. But anyways, that's a whole other side aside there.
Right.
But for me, with The Dark Knight, it doesn't, for me also, it doesn't dip ever, right? It's equal parts crime movie, James Bond movie, You know, there's clear inspirations from like Heat in it, and that opening scene, especially if you see, you know, you see it in theaters in what 2008, and it's like IMAX, and Iron Man had come out a little bit before this, right?
Yeah.
And then you go see this, and you're like, oh, well, this is a movie for grown-ups, which I love Iron Man, but like that opening scene, the heist with the Joker and all the different Jokers in there, it's great. I could talk all day about how much I love this movie. I love the part on the boat where the criminals, they like throw the detonators out. And I will say there is some parts of this movie. The part for me that I struggle with is just that I don't like Rachel as a character in general. I think unfortunately, Katie Holmes and Maggie Gyllenhaal were pretty much just in there as plot devices, which is unfortunate. They don't really have characters. Uh, but I mean, the scene, and there's so much to this of like the improvisation of it, the Michael Caine seeing Heath Ledger for the first time in the party. He like can't speak because he freaked him out so much. Uh, it's just there's greatness everywhere throughout this movie. To the point where, I mean, I saw this movie in part because I was poor and I could go see this in theaters for like 25 cents at a time at a theater in Colorado Springs. But I saw it over and over and over again, probably 8 or 10 times in theaters, just like back to back to back to back, because it was just so much fun every time. So for me, it's The Dark Knight.
Another one, right? Just like Logan, that is in the conversation for the best superhero / comic book movie ever made. And I wonder if it'll be the last time Christopher Nolan appears on our list.
Maybe. I promise the rest of mine are not all comic book movies. So I just, yeah.
Like what you like.
Yeah, man.
That's what I like. So Dark Knight.
This is a great movie, man. Excellent pick. We go to number 7, which I will just keep it super short because mine was, as Justin said, for his Lord of the Rings. I'm not going to change my list. I'm going to keep it as it is because it is like, it's one of the best movies I've ever seen. It's one of the best movies ever made. Nobody that is listening to this does not, know what this movie is. I just will sort of echo the sentiment that it is so full of moments. It's just so many amazing moments. I told to go back to the screening I just saw with my lady where I told her during the Two Towers, I was like, Theoden, that old guy, is one of my favorite characters, and she was like, okay, like I don't know why, but sure, right? We walk out of that second movie, and she's like, yeah, he seems like cool now that he's not a dick anymore, but like I'm not really sure why he's one of your favorites. And I was like, let's watch this third movie. And then yeah, the death, like
let my man cook.
He cooked, bro. Shouts out to Pip, who showed me a video on YouTube of that scene, but it's the reading from the book.
J.R. Tolkien.
So it's reading. Like the scene and the score. Is it Tolkien himself reading it?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So it's Tolkien
amazing.
reading.
It's brilliant.
Like in the original audiobook recording of it over, and they're playing the scene with the actual speech from the book over, which is slightly different, but it is, I mean, talk about like making you tear up and like, yes, it's amazing.
It's brilliant. It's so good. I have very little else to say about The Return of the King. I think it's one of the best movies ever made, and it is my number 7 pick. So we'll just keep it there and go right to Justin for your number 7.
Number 7 for me. So I'll try to keep this one short too. This one primarily is it's linked to my last one, The Return of the King, in a way, which I'll get into. But it's so it has special meaning for me, but it's also just one of my like favorite all-time comedies, and that is Wayne's World. And so
okay, all right.
So I think it's the best SNL movie that's ever been. You can make an argument, although it's not, it's SNL adjacent. You can make an argument for the Blues Brothers, but I prefer Wayne's World over that one. It's stupid, it's silly, it's quotable. You want to talk about going into theater, a boy and coming out a man, Tia Carrere, my God. Like gosh, when did this come? I was 10-year-old Justin.
Yeah.
incredible stuff. And so when I say that these two movies are linked, Wayne's World and Lord of the Rings, just in general. So I lost a good friend of mine last year, my friend Kat, and these two movies, like Lord of the Rings series and Wayne's World, they were the movies that like we essentially like we would have a dialogue that was essentially just like, you know, do you ever find Bugs Bunny attractive when he put on a dress and played a girl bunny? No, neither did I. I was just asking. Or, you know, just stupid stuff like that. And so it's watching Lord of the Rings, watching like Wayne's World, it always, you know, I always get to think of her. You know, I miss her dearly, but yeah, it would there's no possible way I couldn't include these movies on my list. So yeah, I mean, it's just funny, it's stupid. Pralines and Dick. Oh my god! If Benjamin were an ice cream flavor, he'd be Pralines and Dick. Just opening the door at the donut shop, and there's a bunch of ninjas training. Just because he's always wanted to open a door, like in a James Bond movie where a bunch of dudes were training.
Yeah.
Oh god, Ed O'Neill as the manager. His like I'd never done a crazy thing in my
Makita's Donuts.
Yeah,
Yes.
like Stan Makita's Donuts, but I'd never done a crazy thing in my life before that night. Why is it if a man kills another man in battle, it's called heroic? Yet if he kills a man in the heat of passion, it's called murder. One of my all-time favorite lines. But yeah, Wayne's World rules. Party.
That's
on,
awesome.
Dude.
Is that the Wayne's World with the Bohemian Rhapsody part? With the Bohemian?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like reintroduced Queen to like we probably don't have the Bohemian Rhapsody movie that sucks without that scene in Wayne's World. Like, I mean, you know, like introduced like Queen to like a whole new generation of children. I feel.
Yeah.
I stand by that. So
that's a fair statement.
Wayne's World forever, and my friend Kat forever.
Shouts out Kat. Party on.
No, that's amazing pick. Man, now you guys are talking about it, I was like, I didn't put any comedies on here. All my movies are depressing. Except for this one, which this movie just blew my mind when I saw it, and still blows my mind every time I rewatch it. It is my most rewatched movie of recently. It came out last year, and it is Sinners. Sinners.
Damn it! I got to take it off of my list now.
I'm noticing a trend here. We like similar
Seriously.
things. So I went and saw Sinners. I was trying to get a bunch of my friends to go to it, and it just didn't work out. And my wife just doesn't really like horror movies, so it's tricky to get her to go into things like that are advertised as kind of a horror movie. That is not what Sinners is. In fact, I don't even know what Sinners is. It's not. You can't even. It's a period piece. It's a musical. It's a horror movie. It's an action movie. Like it's just. Growing up, I was a huge fan of From Dusk Till Dawn, and this movie does From Dusk Till Dawn, in my opinion, better. It's just.
Yeah.
And I still love that movie. I mean, Robert Rodriguez is amazing. But you know, Ryan Coogler, almost every movie he makes is fantastic. He has another movie that almost made it onto my list but didn't. Michael B. Jordan, I think, gives one of the best performances I've ever seen. That scene, especially towards the beginning, where it's like he's handing the cigarette off to each other, and I was sitting in the theater going, "How the fuck did they do that?" Like, I know that there's magic of cinema that is involved in it. But it just was so incredibly well done, and the fact that they were so distinctly, as twins, so distinct though on the way that they carried themselves, the way that they talked, Smoke and Stack. The music is phenomenal. I mean, again, you know, and then you start hearing about how they did all the different crazy cinematography for it and all the different shots, and I mean, to this day, I think it's maybe my favorite scene in a movie. It might just be period. Is the "I Lied" song while the barn is burning
1,000,000%.
and
Yes.
Remick and the bluegrass KKK members are watching, and it's summoning them, and all the spirits and all the different dancing and all the different music styles being merged, and it's just, if you haven't seen Sinners, go watch that movie, and then go watch it again and again and again, because
Yep.
it just continues to deliver constantly.
When I saw Sinners, Justin was one of the first people I asked about it, and we talked about that scene, and Justin said this, and I think it really like resonated with me, where you were like, there are so many ways to make that scene hokey and kind of silly and like overproduced,
Oh,
right? And like
yeah,
kind of dumb. And yet, right? And yet they found a way. It's amazing.
no,
It's
Yeah.
so good.
No, like when that like futuristic guitarist shows up out of
Yeah.
nowhere, you're just like, oh shit.
Yep.
yeah. It's like, is that futuristic guitars? Is that like supposed to be, um, it's like, is that supposed to be like,
Like
um,
Parliament Funkadelic or something,
yeah,
maybe,
yeah,
or
exactly, yeah. I mean, it's
yeah,
just, it's, and then you have all the different cultures coming out of
yeah.
that scene too,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like the Chinese characters, they're um they're wushu dancers. Like, it's just, if I said that wrong, I apologize, but it's amazing. Like, and then you go the Rocky Road to Dublin scene as well. Just
Oh
the
yeah,
stiff
yeah.
dancing in the night, and um yeah, yeah, it's amazing. Such a great movie.
No notes. Sinners rules.
I was gonna say we're gonna head into our second third of movies, and I'm gonna just pass my turn because Sinners was my next pick, man, and I'm right
No,
there with
tell us
you.
about Sinners. Tell us
Everything you
about why
said.
you like Sinners.
Yeah, it's all yeah.
I just I love it. I agree. I just think Sinners is great. I'm gonna focus. I guess my little diatribe will focus specifically on Ludwig Göransson. The dude is the king of movie scores right now. And again, like you mentioned it, Pip, like it's this movie defies categorization because of the different vibes of horror and period piece and musical and action movie at the end and all that. Horror, like there's so many things to go into it, and it doesn't work without one of the best scores of our generation. There's so many moments propped up by that unbelievable composition that he put into this. And I know that Coogler and Goranson have worked together in the past, and I'm sure they will in the future as well. But man, oh man, like I Lied to You is an amazing scene, amazing scene. But I play this in the car and like in my headphones all the time is the like final song when older Sammy is talking about like sometimes I wake up terrified, right, paralyzed with fear, but before the sun went down, that was like the best night of my life. You know
Oh
what I
yeah.
mean? Like, and it has that song playing over the very end of it. Um, I love this movie. I love its soundtrack, and it is a great pick.
Couldn't agree more.
Number 6 with Justin.
Number 6. Oh man, I was this close to swapping it out for something that I thought of when we were talking earlier, but
Like during this
that's
recording.
yeah. And it's no
That's so
like
real.
I mean, it's no indication that this movie sucks or anything, or that the other one is better. But it's just like I'm trying to figure out what I want to talk about. So I can't have a list if I don't have a Coen Brothers movie on
Nice.
here. Coen Brothers are hugely important to me as a movie nerd. I think I've probably seen all of them, with the exception of like since they're a little split. Um, which we don't need to talk about those movies ever again.
Oh,
But my pick, and this was a toughie too. My pick for number 6 is Raising Arizona.
oh yeah.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
I think it's their second feature after Blood Simple.
Or Miller's Crossing.
Miller's Crossing was later. Yeah, so I think Blood Simple was their first feature.
Okay.
Then came Raising Arizona. Two completely tonally different. And that's the great thing about the Coen brothers, is they can make, they're kind of serious in a Coen brothers way crime movie that's like ultra violent and has a dark, twisted sense of humor, and then they can make their version of like screwball comedy essentially, and that's where Raising Arizona is. And Raising Arizona, it's short. I think it is like right around that 90-minute mark. It moves. It's got a heart of gold. All-time performances, maybe not all-time, but it is my favorite Nicolas Cage performance.
Sure.
Holly Hunter is a doll. She's incredible in this, as his wife. She's so good. And then you have John Goodman,
who's great.
This might rival his role in Big Lebowski, in my opinion, in terms of like Coen Brothers movies. He's so good with his pal. I think it's William Forsythe, as escaped convicts who knew. So Nicolas Cage was H.I. McDonough, a repeat offender. His Holly Hunter is Ed, who always took his mugshot, and then they fall in love. It's just really just a fun screwball movie full of hayseeds. I could have chosen Fargo or The Big Lebowski. Those are in contention for favorite Coen Brothers movies. But yeah, like anytime I watch, and it's like with those movies too, but anytime you watch it, it's like God damn, this, like, not only like is this fun, but this is just a good ass movie. Like, I am having a ball. I loved watching that. There's no reason I wouldn't have had fun watching it. I think it has like one of the all-time kind of comedic action chase scenes, like right in the middle of the movie, a very Looney Tunes-esque. I love this movie. I can't
Oh
speak
yeah.
anymore.
I was expecting the Fargo pick from you. I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting the Fargo pick, but I know you've talked to me a lot about how much you love this movie.
Yeah, I love Fargo too. Like, I mean, ACAB, everybody except Marge Gunderson. She's the only one. She's the only one that's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fargo's incredible too. The Big Lebowski too. I mean, it's kind of taken on a life of its own, and everybody knows The Big Lebowski. But there's a reason for that. It's an incredible movie too.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Man, this is becoming more difficult as we talk about it, because I'm like, well, do I take my favorite Coen Brothers movie and put it on my list now? Because now I don't have a Coen Brothers movie. So I mean, I'll talk about that later. But at the same time, man, there's so many of them that I love, and I wasn't even, when I was making this list, I wasn't even thinking about them. Which maybe that's why they shouldn't be on the list, because I wasn't thinking about them initially when they came to mind.
Sure.
But there's very few Coen Brothers movies that come on that I won't just sit down and like, okay, I'm just gonna watch this. Except for, and this is controversial, but only because the movie upsets me greatly, No Country for Old Men. It's a wonderful, wonderful, great movie, but I cannot just sit down and watch that movie because it is depressing.
It's a rough watch.
It's so depressing.
It is, but that nearly was my pick too. So.
Nice. Yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing. Man,
yeah.
Coen Brothers. Damn it.
It's unbelievable.
All right, I think it's to you, Pip, right?
All right. Okay. So then for me, the next one on for me is going to be sorry, I'm looking at my list. Sorry, apologies. It is going to be Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Ooh.
Shouts out.
Yeah, I really, really like, and I know, so it's hard for me, and again, right, as I was saying, like, I try to avoid trilogies or whatever. It is still a trilogy. Like, let's just say it's a trilogy, right? The other ones have a place, but they're after the trilogy. So for me, with The Last Crusade, it's really difficult because Raiders of the Lost Ark is such a great movie. Temple of Doom is pretty okay. I think Temple of Doom is not nearly as good as I remembered it being.
Yeah.
But I think the reason why Last Crusade stands out more for me is honestly it's because I wasn't really allowed to watch Raiders of the Last Ark or Lost Ark,
Oh, sure.
or especially wasn't really allowed to watch Temple of Doom when I was growing up as a kid because the chilled monkey brains made my mom feel sick, and so she just would not allow us to watch it. And
Awesome.
Last Crusade or the Lost Ark with the face melting was a little too. It's like that's too scary for children. But we would watch Last Crusade over and over and over again, and I think it's the funniest of the Indiana Jones movies. Sean Connery is incredible in it. We named the dog Indy, great. It's you see him as young Indy, like on the ship at the beginning of it is also really really great. Um, the scene on top of the train cars at the beginning of the movie as well. That's where he's young Indy, and then he's a little bit older Indy, right? When he's on the ship and he gets hit with the whip in the chin.
Yeah. River
Uh,
Phoenix.
yeah, yes, yeah. When Sean Connery crashes that plane with the birds, and it's just so much fun, and it's exciting. I mean, I really feel like movies have had a hard time recapturing that kind of spirit.
Yes.
And then they get into the ending of the movie where they're talking about and also I grew up in a fairly religious household as well, so there's a lot of ties to the ark, not the Ark of the Covenant. What are they looking for? The
Holy Grail.
the cup, the Holy Grail. That's right. Yeah. And so there's a lot of stuff that's involved in that, and I love if you haven't seen the movie, then this is a spoiler, but that he was a carpenter, right? And so he wouldn't have this chalice of like gold and jewels. He was a simple guy, and it's just
sure.
I can't think of any parts of this movie that I don't like, and as I'm talking about it, I'm like, man, I want to go watch Last Crusade right now.
100%.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's just such a fun movie all the way through. Not to say Raiders of the Lost Ark is not right almost there with it for me, but again, I think it just because of the amount of times that I watched this growing up and watched it with my siblings. It was a movie that we all sat down and watched together, and yeah.
No, Last Crusade is awesome. I mean, you're right. It is probably the funniest of probably all of them. But like I love, just as a quick aside, like the scene where Indy and his father are captured by the Nazis and they're looking for Marcus Brody. And Indiana's like, you'll never find him. He knows every local custom, speaks so many different languages. He'll blend in, disappear. Cut to him in a busy market, please. Does anybody speak English?
Yeah.
So funny. Yeah. No, Last Crusade rules.
They're tied to the chair and they're trying to get out of it, and it's on fire, and they go through the fireplace, and it keeps like switching, and it's just it's wonderful. Great movie.
It's great.
Okay, we go into this is number 5 now, right?
Yes. Yeah. Top 5.
Yeah. Okay. Top 5. Okay, finally one that my compatriots has not yet sniped. Okay. I'm a big animation guy. Animation is my shit. But I only have one other animated movie on here after Hercules, and I do think it is my pick for at least from what I've seen, the best animated movie ever made, and it is Spirited Away. I think this is just about a perfect movie. It is gorgeous. It is so beautiful. It is unreal the amount of work that Miyazaki and all the folks at Studio Ghibli put into all these little scenes of people working and doing their chores and cooking food. Oh my God, Pip talking about food earlier, Lord of the Rings. Spirited Away, man. This movie will make you hungry. Like, this movie will make you crave some good eats, man. And I think that combined with a gorgeous, again, amazing score, some really, really great, story beats that aren't super like cookie cutter. It's not like ABC, you know what I mean? Like there isn't necessarily a very clear villain. The main witch lady Ubaba kind of is, but she's also just sort of, more like a Loki figure, like a kind of a trickster than she is necessarily like a bad person. Whatever. I won't get into all the story beats, but I love this movie. I think it's, like I said, it really is just about a perfect movie. And I think that every other animated movie that has come out since then has been various levels of good, but I don't know that anything has reached the pinnacle of the art form that Spirited Away has, and that includes Studio Ghibli itself. I love Howl's Moving Castle. I love, movies like Ponyo and stuff like that. But Spirited Away continues to be, in my opinion, like the apex of the animation medium so far, and it's real good.
It's real good.
It's real good. I mean,
No,
yeah, I can't say anything against that.
no, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, though, with all those, and in particular Spirited Away, like I'm probably not like that, like not into, but like I just haven't like experienced a lot of like Miyazaki movies. I've watched like a good portion of them, but only like maybe once, not because like I didn't enjoy them, but they are like just like they're so like dense in such a good way that like there's just so much there that you have to like for me at least, I have to like process it, and
Totally.
I'm gonna definitely like have to have like repeat like viewings to truly like get what you clearly get out of that kind of thing. So
Sure.
I think, yeah, I think you called it. I think not being cookie cutter. I do love that. Like not just from like an animation standpoint. Like I always see like that clip. I think it might be from Spirited Away, where it's just like a crowd, and it says like something like it took like animators like however many
Yeah.
hours or month or years to do this, or like months or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. But also from, yeah, just storytelling. Like I think it's great. So
AMC does, it seems like annually, I could be wrong, but AMC does often show like Miyazaki movies. And I would love to go catch one of those with you boys because I think that'd be
yeah,
an absolute blast.
let's do it.
Cards on the table. I've never seen Spirited Away,
Okay.
so I know, like,
Okay.
but I'm
Podcast
right there with
over.
Justin. Yeah, yeah. So wait, I haven't seen Spirited Away, and because I haven't watched a ton of Studio Ghibli movies just in general, because I mean, there's one of them that almost made my list, but I just haven't seen a ton of them, and I don't know why that necessarily is. Maybe it's just the people I grew up with didn't really watch them, and stuff like that. But I know that they're amazing movies, and I need to be better. So I'll take my penance.
You can make us better people, Mac.
Spirited Away, October 17th, 2026.
Okay.
Studio Ghibli Fest is actually starting this month at AMC. They're going to start showing Ponyo this month, and then they're showing looks like basically a Miyazaki movie like a month. So like Totoro, Castle in the Sky, Mononoke, these are all good. But October, we are going to go see Spirited Away together.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I'm into it.
Love it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Justin, number 5.
Oh, number 5. Oh man, this movie rules. This I mean, I can say it for everything, but I'm going with Mission Impossible Fallout.
I knew there was going to
Number
have to be a
5.
Mission Impossible in there. I
That's
was waiting for
great.
it.
There's,
Let's go.
I mean, we'll talk a little bit when I get to my next pick, but I think this is like in the argument for one of the greatest action movies of all time.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely the best Mission Impossible movie. They made 2 more Mission Impossibles after this, but it does feel like the true like finale.
Yeah.
Like it does feel like this is the capper of everything that, we've been working towards. It truly is like, and I think I've said this to you before, maybe both of you before, but it's like the filmmakers are like, okay, we're doing another Mission Impossible. This time we're going to throw in everything but the kitchen sink. And by the way, here's the kitchen sink too.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, dude.
I think there are so many action set pieces in this that like a normal like blockbuster movie like would kill for just like one of them or just like half of one of these set pieces. I love you know, I mean Tom Cruise is, you know, problematic fave. You know,
President of movies.
he is the president of movies.
That's right.
But he's sacrificed a lot for that, including a relationship with his daughter. But
Yeah.
Hey, who among us?
yeah,
You know,
who among us? Yeah. Maybe I don't know what's going on in the. Hopefully, Gen Z, when they're doing their Scientology runs, they can uncover some stuff.
there you go.
But and it's. I mean, it's. Yeah, it moves despite being like over 2 hours. You got the Halo jump, which is incredible. I think Tom Cruise did that. So it's like a high altitude skydive. I think he did that over 100 times. As crazy as the like finished product of that scene is, like the behind the scenes is even crazier because as he's jumping out of this cargo plane, there is a cameraman with, I think it's either attached to like his helmet or to like his chest, who's running backwards facing Tom Cruise, jumping out of the plane at the same time.
Yeah,
No
all
way,
filmed
dude.
in one take.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
The making of it is insane.
Yeah,
It's in-
yeah, it's incredible. I have no idea how they got away with doing stuff like that. For me, I think the high point though is there's an incredible sequence like set in Paris when they're trying to break out. Well, I forget his fucking name, but he's the bad guy from the Rogue Nation. But it's in Paris, and it goes from like a box truck chase to a motorcycle chase to like a shitty BMW chase, and it's all within the span of like 30 to 40 minutes, and it's just incredible. Like he's zooming around the Arc de Triomphe, like going in the opposite direction. It predates John Wick 4,
right. Yep.
But yeah, like that's the high point. The hanging off the helicopter. There's I just it really is like, you know, Tom Cruise is, you know, for all his faults or whatever, his personal life being what it is, like he really is probably the last movie star, and you know he's doing all these real stunts. I don't know if he's going to be doing that as much anymore. But during this series, like he was just doing real stunts, not a lot of green screen. Obviously, every movie will have green screen CGI, but the fact that, you know, he's actually on this motorcycle riding through the streets of Paris, you know, even going to Top Gun Maverick, like he's in the cockpit of these fighter jets. Like you can tell, like when you're watching these movies, especially on the big screen, that there's like they're actually there. Like he's in something. It's not just like, you know, a big green screen behind him and then we'll edit in later. So I appreciate that kind of filmmaking, and I think it comes around. Not to spoil anything, to probably my top pick. But yeah, so hell yeah.
Yeah. I think
I cannot believe you talked about Fallout that long and you didn't mention the dopest thing in the world about that movie, the sickest scene I've ever seen. Reloading your hands for a fist fight,
there's just too much. Like that,
there's too much.
That bathroom fight scene, and reloading his fists. Yeah, Henry Cavill, like forget about it, man.
Amazing. Yeah, I mean, just that scene you were talking about with the Halo, how, you know, most action movies wish they could have one of these action scenes as a climax, and that's what immediately my mind went to is just the whole thing, the Halo jump,
totally
into the thing, into Paris, into the fight in Paris, into the
Halo jumps like in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, and then the bathroom stuff, and then there's the whole chase scene right on the rooftops where he shatters his ankle, and like it's so
it's the best Tom Cruise running movie
fantastic
ever.
In it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
the best Tom Cruise running movie ever.
And there's a lot of those.
Yeah, but
I mean,
this
the
is
guy
it.
invented it, right? He
Yeah.
basically invented on
That's
camera
right.
running, right? Have your hands in a certain way so they can track you.
Yep.
Which is
President of movies.
president
Yeah.
of movies. Yeah.
Oh man.
Uh, yeah, man,
Um.
Fallout is great. God, it's such a good movie. Such a
All
good
right.
movie.
What you got, Pip? What you got
Um,
next?
Speaking of action movies,
Hell yeah.
what is
We
this,
go.
5? Number 5 for me
Yep.
is The Matrix, the first one.
Hell
Oh.
yes.
Matrix is one of my all-time favorite movies. It's another one where I could just sit down and watch it at any time. There's so many amazing set pieces, and same thing, right? I mean, any of these action scenes, I mean, it opens one of the coolest scenes, I think, any movie opening with Trinity, jumping through the window, being chased by the agents, taking out the room of cops, um, getting, getting hacked out of the Matrix into the world, and then that one scene though also was one of the most intense, like where Neo, what is his name in the movie?
Tom,
Poor Neo.
isn't it? Mr. Anderson.
Yeah, that's right, Anderson. Yeah,
Mm.
where he is Morpheus, or maybe it's Trinity. Fuck, now I'm like struggling to remember. In the office scene where she's directing him to bypass the agents. The interrogation scene with the mouth, and I think part of this for me is like, kind of touching on something that you touched on a little bit ago, Justin. For me, I lost my brother a few years ago, and this movie in particular was one of the first movies that him and I had actually just like sat down and watched together as like old enough to like respect it. My brother was very, very heavily into martial arts and was very, very good at it. And like I remember him telling me afterwards when he saw it in theaters that him and his buddy at the time, who were also went out in the parking lot and like sparred each other because the movie just made them like
Awesome.
Hell yeah, dude.
so much.
That's amazing.
That story is one of my favorite stories of thinking of him doing that, and it just,
I love that.
mean, it's amazing. The gun fights, the sound in it, the lobby fight gun scene, or just gun after gun after gun.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's so well done. It's just great sci-fi all the way around. It's creepy. It's just, yeah. I mean, it invented new styles of action and camera techniques, and yeah. So for me, I mean, it definitely is.
I know it is kind of like a meme now, but like Bullet Time's fucking sick. It's
Yeah.
so cool,
Sick.
right?
Yeah, Bullet Time's
Yeah,
amazing.
dude.
There's, I think it was Kiki Palmer who was on an interview like not that long ago. You know what I'm talking about? And
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves, and how he was like, but what if I like started falling back? And she's like, and then he started doing the bullet time. I was like, oh
Yeah.
my God. Like, yeah, I love Kiki Palmer, but yeah, I mean, nobody dislikes this movie. I mean, maybe there are people out there, but I don't care who you are. I don't know a single person who sees this movie and is like, that movie isn't just awesome. So
there are people who have misread the subtext of it and used it for their own devices. But
those are the same people who
red pill, blue pill.
Yeah.
those
are the same people who side with the Empire.
We got to take exactly. We got to take that back. We got to take it back.
Yeah, that's not what it means, dumbasses.
Yeah, I know.
So, anyways, The Matrix.
No, Matrix rules, man. Like, yeah. I did not think of those movies, and again, like you said, Pimp, like maybe that speaks to something like as far as being on your top list, but still, man, the first one in particular rules. Matrix pod coming up, yes.
Fuck yes, dude. Let's do it. Okay, on the back half of the list, man, we are going to keep on schmoving to number 4. I have but one comedy on my list, and of all the movies, this is probably the one that people are going to like. Anyone that like likes movies will hear this and be like, "Come the fuck on!" Like, no way is this one of your top movies. But I'm sorry, it is. It's the movie that I've watched more than probably any other in my life, and to this day, it is my all-time favorite comedy. that is Hot Rod.
Yeah,
I knew
it is.
Fucking love it, man.
Yeah.
I
Oh
love
my
it.
god.
It's the best. It's
Yeah.
the best. You know what, man? People, there's a million podcasts about movies you can listen to that are going to break down the box office and the intimacy of the production, and talking about all the work that actors put in to really capture their roles. And you ain't gonna find that here, bro, because this movie is just fucking funny. And I'm sorry, I don't know what to say about it. It's just great. It is absolutely a moment in time. Its humor is very specific to when it was made, right? It is that like 2007 high school, maybe early college humor. But it is so funny. It is so quotable. It's witty. It's got slapstick humor. It's got dialogue humor. It's got kind of like I can't think of another word, but like meme humor with like the cool beep beep beats, like stuff
Yeah,
like
right.
that. Like it's my favorite comedy of all time. Um, I just cast Andy Samberg, obviously your main guy. He's great. Isla Fisher is hilarious. Jorma Tacona is like the goofy, younger brother Kevin. His whole crew of like Bill Hader and Danny McBride. That whole gang is like hysterical. Will Arnett.
Yes.
Babe, wait, babe, babe. Like
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
I'll quote it all day.
Oh man.
Oh god.
I'm so happy you said that. That's great.
Yeah.
I mean, to this day, like with my friends, I'll still, say, Sullivan, you chode. I owe you a shot to the nuts. Babe with two flaming Dr. Peppers.
God,
So
it's so
funny.
good.
It is.
Ian McShane as
Ian
the
McShane.
stepdad, right?
Yeah.
Chris Parnell. It's when you were talking about the SNL movies, Justin. I was wondering if Hot Rod is an SNL movie or if it is its own thing. Is it just Lonely Island?
Yeah, so when I refer to like an SNL movie, I mean like legitimately came from like a sketch.
Oh, okay. Like it was a
Like,
skit from SNL.
Yeah, like Night at the
gotcha.
Roxbury, which
Yes,
is a terrible one, but no, yeah. So I think Lonely
Yeah.
Island is their own thing. Oh god, I love the triumphant I think it's like
Dude,
when they're walking
you're the
down the
voice.
street,
bro.
and they incite a riot.
Yeah.
I hold that is the funniest scene in any movie I've ever seen in my entire life. Like to this day, that gets me on the floor. It's perfect.
It's incredible. Yeah.
I think for me, it's him
so
falling
good.
downhill,
Yeah.
and he's just, he's just got to punch his rage out. It's just, and then he just falls downhill. Stupid.
Yeah.
So good.
Actually,
he goes.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say the one that always gets my buddies and I, man, is, and this one specifically always cuts up my roommate Austin. Is like, he's doing the like raising money with all theyese different stunts, and they're doing like an office event, and Dan McBride can't hear me. He goes, "Blow it now, yeah, now," and he blows it up. And it's Andy Samberg, Rod Kimball, as he's like grabbing his money afterwards, and it's like the CEO, the boss guy, whatever. He's like, "You're a terrible stuntman." And he goes, "What?" He goes, "You're a terrible stuntman." He goes, "What? You're a no, I heard you. It was just really mean." And like, blah, mwah, perfection. Perfection.
That's so funny.
Hell yeah, Hot Rod.
Is it Chris Parnell who hates FM radio also?
Yes.
Just a piece.
Yes. Exclusively on AM radio.
Yeah. He's got the Calvin peeing on.
Oh, that's incredible. That's a great movie.
Dude.
Yes.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Shouts out Hot Rod.
Hot Rod.
Justin, what do you got, buddy?
Is it on me? It is on me.
It's on you?
Shit. This one, I mean, I don't think this one should be any surprise. Yeah, I've pretty much, and not to give any spoilers, don't you boys go looking, but I've pretty much stuck to like my Letterboxd top 4. So the next one on my list is Mad Max Fury Road.
Hell yes, dude.
Kind of like, I mean, I love action movies. I really do. It's not like all action movies, because there's some that suck. But man, when you can nail like action and you can get me like emotionally invested, I think that's like the best like theater experience. It's the best movie experience.
Yeah.
Like Fury Road. So when this first came out, I didn't even get to see it in the theater. I mean, just being like a new
Oof.
dad, like, you know,
Yeah.
I missed the whole boat on that. So the first time I ever saw it, it was on like, streaming or like Blu-ray or something like that. Um, but it's still like, I was like, holy shit, this is one of the best movies of all time.
Yeah.
Not just from like a stunts and the cars and everything, because the stunts are insane, especially in like
They
the
are.
last like the climactic, like when they're driving back towards the Citadel, like the polecats, like I love like there's like a moment like where one of the polecats gets like Max off the rig, and then they swing all the way to the other way where his like head is like inches off the ground as they're driving, and like the panic in Tom Hardy's face like as he's like screaming. Like I love that shit. Great stunt work. A miracle apparently, like I forget the name of the book. I want to say it might be something like Shiny and Chrome or something like that, but it is a story
Yeah.
of the behind the
Is it called
scenes.
Witness Me? Oh,
Yeah, I forget what it's called. I'll have to look it up, but yeah, it's literally about the making of like, everything that could go wrong went wrong. Tom Hardy was a dick, showing up late if at all to set, like Charlize Theron and him hating each other. Um, yeah, it's just, I mean, it's not only is it a great action movie, you have great performances. There's a lot of heart in this movie, which I think, a lot of people are like, oh man, like a lot of people who maybe have not seen this movie are like, oh, what, like Mad Max, okay, sure, whatever. That sounds like, a fun little action romp. But there is actually a lot of heart. Um, I think it's a fairly feminist story, but I mean,
Yes.
I don't know, I can't speak to that. I would want a woman to get their perspective on that. But it is like, I think like the three main characters. You have Max, you have Furiosa, and then Nicholas Holt as one of the war boys. I forget his fucking name in the movie. But each of them have like a pretty, it's very simple, but they each have like their own arc, where Max is coming from like, he's lost people, he's just riddled with guilt, he doesn't really care if he lives or dies, he's just kind of like surviving. Furiosa, obviously she's trying to get back to like her home because she was taken when she was young. um and she kind of has the realization that like, you know and Max says it to her like, if you don't fix what's broken, it's gonna drive you insane.
Yeah.
And so that's the whole
That's right.
impetus for them going back. Fuck, what is the Nicholas Holt character, the war boy? But he his is always very effective because his, at the start he is like a zealot for Immortan Joe, like, witness me, like, oh, he looked at me, you know and so like I think he says witness me like maybe 3 times throughout the movie, and each time is like a different emotional beat. Like the first time is him and his zealotry, the second time is when he's still trying to get in good with the Immortan Joe, but then he fucks up, and then Immortan Joe calls him mediocre. And
yeah.
then the last time is when
Yeah.
he's sacrificing himself to save like Max and Furiosa and
By crashing
the
the
rest of
war
the
rig.
girls. Yeah. And
Yeah.
and so like I love that, like that kind of trifecta there.
I think his name is
Yeah.
Nux.
Nux, you're right. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was struggling with that. But yeah, Fury Road rules. So I did get to see it eventually in theaters, and that
Yeah.
was like a religious experience, like as close as I get to one.
Oh yeah.
Like just incredible.
Yeah, man. When that movie first came out, and I mean, for a long time, it was one of my, it's my best friend's favorite movie, right? I mean, and it just because you're right. There's so much heart in it, but it's also a lot of fun and wild and like funny, and also in a real dark way. I mean, when they're like, that's bait, he's like, that's bait, not going up there. And it's interesting, and then it led to, you know, with the making of Furiosa, and which I also think absolutely rules. I love that movie.
Yes.
Uh, but yeah, I mean, Justin, you know, it's funny you were saying that you're a sucker for action movies, and that's actually, I don't know if you remember this, but many years ago, that's like the first thing that you and I like bonded over was that you would do like an annual rewatch of all the Fast and the Furious movies,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah, totally.
I was like, man, I love Fast and the Furious movies. Unironically, they are so
Oh yeah.
stupid, but they
Yeah.
are awesome. And so, yeah, that's a great, yeah. And what is Mad Max, but not just the best Fast and the Furious movies? So,
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, what other movie has a guy playing a guitar in a bondage outfit while fire
Oh,
shoots
it's
out of
so
it? What is his name? Like the
awesome.
Mighty Doof or
Doof
something like that?
Doof
The Doof Warrior.
Warrior.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, insane. So
Yeah.
good. So
No,
good.
yeah, there's
Love
I
that,
mean,
man.
it's just iconic. Like I can't believe this movie is just 11 years old. Like it feels like it's been around
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
forever. Like
Yeah.
It
it's
does,
just
doesn't
one of
it?
those timeless movies, but it's
Absolutely.
so recent. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
all right,
I love that movie. That's a great pick.
it rules. Fuck
Brother
yeah.
Pip.
Mad Max The Fury Road rules.
Fuck yeah.
You heard it here first.
Hmm.
All right. What is this? This is 4-4 for me.
uh,
Um, I could go
Yes,
back
sir.
and forth on a few of these on the order of them, but I'm going to go with Aliens as my next one.
oh,
Okay.
You know,
Cool.
I love, uh, I really love sci-fi movies. I've got a weird, not even a weird, but I've got a soft spot for the Alien franchise. For the most part, I love H.R. Giger's work. I think it's just odd and weird and creepy and gross and just like not something that, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the fact that he's just, you know, that there's like, let's make a whole movie with this aesthetic. Um, and Alien, while it is an awesome slasher movie and great claustrophobic and terrifying movie, Aliens as a Vietnam basically action movie, uh, I mean, it's so good. It's just so good. The action scenes are amazing in it. All the characters are great in it. Um, uh, the Marines are, you know, they're just, I don't even know. They're just awesome. Like all the Colonial Marines, all the weapons in it are fantastic. The auto guns, the
Mm-hmm.
flamethrowers, the shotgun. Like it's just, and what's great about it is all the weapons in there. The pulse rifles, they're all iconic weapons as well throughout cinema and sci-fi. Uh, the final fight with the loader is super cool.
Great.
Uh, you know, it's just, and on top of it, it's scary. It's still very scary. I mean, um, yeah, that was my first introduction actually into the alien world was Aliens, which has led me, you know, to really, and I like most of the alien movies. I mean, I know I'm maybe out there as on my own island with, I really loved Prometheus. I like that movie a lot. I know that people don't necessarily, but it opened up a world to me of like, I love sci-fi horror specifically, like that
Yeah.
claustrophobic
Yes.
kind of. Um, the comics for Aliens are amazing. The video games for Aliens are great. So, Aliens, yeah.
I
Sigourney
love it.
Weaver. I mean, Sigourney Weaver.
What else you need, really? Shouts
Sigourney.
out to Gorney.
Shouts out.
So,
Hell
I
yeah.
will give two things on this movie, other than well, one of them is that fucking love this fucking movie. It's such a good pick. It's you know, obviously a little bit more action oriented, but still like so great. And then I think I've told you both this, but just in case, I'm going to tell you anyway. That Newt, the line where there's a part where like she's going down like the chute to get away from the aliens with Sigourney, and she kept intentionally messing up her lines so that she could keep going down the slide over
yeah,
and over again. Yeah. And Cameron's finally like, "Hey, man, like, or not Cameron. I'm sorry, Ridley." Finally was like, "Hey, like, if you just say the line right, you can go down the slide as many times as you want." And she was like, "Oh, okay, cool." and just
No,
nailed
you're
it the
right.
next
This is
time and just
James
like kept
Cameron.
going.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, it is Cameron. That's
Ridley
right.
did
That's
the
right.
first
But
one.
Yes,
that's an adorable
great,
story
man.
though.
I
Yeah.
love that. I love this movie, Pip. I think this is an excellent pick. So quotable, so cool, so like I love what you're saying about sci-fi horror, man. Too like, God, I mean, right? The tagline, like, "In space, nor can hear you scream" from the first movie. Like, that's fucking terrifying, dude.
Mhm.
You're on like a ship, and there's no getting off. Like, you're not leaving. Like, you are stuck here. You can have as many space marines as you want, man. Like, these things will fucking destroy you. Love this
Mhm.
movie. Excellent, 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 excellent grab.
Yeah. Aliens rules.
Aliens does rule. Which takes us to our top 3. It only gets harder from here. For mine, this will probably be the most like underneath pick as far as like the one people will have heard of the least. But I think people that know this movie will understand why it's here for me. Um, this is shouts out to my dad who put me onto this movie years ago. When we first moved to Colorado, there was a video store. Remember those? And
Yeah.
we'd go there like every week and grab like 2 or 3 old tapes, and we put them on. And my dad would show me great stuff. Like that's how I got put into Star Wars. That's how I got put on Godzilla. But one of the things he would go out of the way to grab too were these old samurai movies. And I think the best one of them is not Seven Samurai, but Harakiri.
Oh.
Harakiri fucking rules. 1962, Masaki Kobayashi, like such a banger. It's like a mystery movie. There's a reveal like halfway through the movie that flips everything you know on its head. Um, it's hard because like the less I say about it, the better. Like you should go in with almost no real understanding of the plot going into this, but this is an absolutely brilliant, brilliant, brilliant movie. It's a rough watch at times. It's a little bit bleak for sure, but it's shot amazingly. It's acted amazingly. It's got a great score. It's it's fucking slaps. This is my favorite samurai movie ever made. It's awesome. Big
That's
fan.
great. That
I
I
haven't
was
seen it.
as you were talking, I was just checking to see if I have it on my watch list, and I
Yeah,
do.
did you throw it on
That's
there?
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
it's
nice.
been on there. Yeah, that's one that I've wanted to watch, and it's just yeah. I haven't gotten my hands on it yet, but that's awesome.
Yeah, I just wrote
It's
it
great.
down.
Hell yeah. It's it's one of those ones where like it is like it's bleak, like it's not fun. You know what I
Sure.
mean? Like
Right.
not a lot of winning in this movie, but you
I
go
love
in there, you watch it, and you become attached to the main guy. This dude who's like a traveling Ronin, and he
Hmm.
kind of tells his story. And as his story, as he's telling his kind of life's tale, it progresses and like literally like around the 2/3 mark of the movie, he like says this thing, and it's like this holy shit.
Oh
Like,
wow.
oh my god, I'm telling you, man. Like, I can't say nothing else. Please watch it. Let me know
Love
what y'all
that.
think.
Yep.
It's awesome. Shouts out, Dad, if you're listening. This is all you, man. It's one that and so talking about people, right, and how movies
Yeah.
are as much about connecting with people as there are anything else. Like all those things, Godzilla, Star Wars, and samurai movies. These are all things that were put on to me by my father when I was a little kid. We keep bring
Hmm.
home these tapes, and I watched Harakiri when I was like, whatever, 8 years old, and I was probably like, this is boring. They're not even speaking English. Like this sucks.
Right.
And then I
Right.
watched it back with him a couple of years ago before he and my mom moved out to New York. And I was, probably like whatever, 19, 20 years old a few years ago. And I watched this and I was like, this is
Hmm.
so fucking good. Like, yeah, I got nothing else to say,
Yeah.
man. Check it out. It's a good one.
No,
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah,
No,
I
that's
wrote it
yeah,
down.
like yeah. And like yeah, I think yeah, connecting with people and like it is like these are like sacred texts that are kind of
Yeah.
like passed down. Like I think that's a
Yeah.
great story. You and your father. It reminds like it's obviously not harakiri. It reminds me of my
Hmm.
grandfather who was out visiting us when I was just a wee little lad, and he like special ordered from the video store like a Wile E. Coyote, like
Hell yeah.
it was just like a VHS of like Wile E. Coyote shorts. So that was like my introduction to that. Like Koyaanisqatsi, that movie that I've
Yes,
talked about
sir.
before. he introduced that to me too. So it's like, yeah, it's fun. It's cool. Like when you have like something like that, like you can kind of trace back like when, I don't know, when you came online or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. I love that.
Fuck yeah, brothers. We got 3 left, Justin. What do you got?
Oh man, it is my turn. Let's see here. So this one, oh, where's my notes? Here we are. This one, I just want to stress that I'm a normal fan, and I like this movie a normal amount. This is part of a film series that did break the country. Was part in breaking the country irreparably, as we found out. But it is the original 1984 Ghostbusters. And so I'll explain.
What a setup. That was amazing.
Oh, whoa, that was way to bury it.
So again, I
fire.
am normal about this movie. I like it for all the reasons that you should like a movie, not whatever your fucked up worldview or if you whatever you think it's.
So just like the rest of us, you like it because it doesn't have women Ghostbusters.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like the normal people.
Women should not be holding proton packs at all. No, that is yeah. So yeah, Ghostbusters it's weird. Ghostbusters has had like a similar like fandom trajectory as like Star Wars. Maybe not quite as, pronounced, just because I mean Star Wars, there's like so much as far as like film and TV and stuff. Ghostbusters literally has like one good movie in the series and a kick-ass cartoon and toy line. But so having said that, like about the cartoon and stuff, and like how each entry like theatrically has gotten like kind of progressively more kiddie. This probably is like one of the first like grown-up movies that I watched, because if you watch the first Ghostbusters, it is not meant to be like the start of like an animated series. I know that's what it turned out to be. It's not like meant to be like toys and stuff like that. Like it's like literally, I think in literally every scene somebody is smoking a cigarette or like chain smoking cigarettes.
We used to be a country. We used to be a country.
Like at one point, Dan Aykroyd gets a blowjob from a sexy ghost in this movie. Shouts. Way to go, Dan.
Shouts.
I mean, who among us?
So, like, yeah, who among us? Yeah, so, like, I don't know. And I talk a lot, like, in the short time we've been doing this about, like, emotional stakes and stuff to a story, like whether it be like, a sci-fi movie, whether it be a drama, whether it be like an action movie. In Ghostbusters, which they've tried to do in like later installments, like the latest ones with like Paul Rudd and stuff. Ghostbusters, I don't give a shit like if there's like an emotional core to the story. Like I feel like the first Ghostbusters is, again, it is kind of a miracle. If you hear about like the behind the scenes, like largely improv, like I think most of Bill Murray, his dialogue is improv, and it's the most Bill Murray, in my opinion, that there has ever been, and it's incredible. Endlessly quotable lines. Yes, it's true. This man has no dick. I mean, that pops up in my head various times, and then it's just a fun movie. They go from just being like small business owners at the beginning to they're on top of a Central Park West high rise battling an ancient demigod. Like, I just love that trajectory. So yeah, Ghostbusters. Everybody be normal about it. Like,
everybody be normal.
Our sincere ask.
It's too late though. It's too late because once they introduce girl Ghostbusters, then people are like, "Oh, that's it. My vote's gonna ruin the Supreme Court forever."
Yeah.
The girl Ghostbusters movie, man. Someone needs to do a study. What was the breakdown? Was it the
It
banning of
like
cigarettes in
it
restaurants?
lines up
Or was it?
with it lines up almost perfectly with like Gamergate and like all that
Yep.
bullshit.
I mean,
Yep.
Yeah, the
that's
Manosphere
why we got
going.
Rise of the Skywalker, right?
Yeah, it's
Literally.
Yeah.
I hate it all. But
No,
anyway, the first
I love
Ghostbusters is fun. I still like it, and again, watch it like a normal person and just enjoy it.
Mhm. I agree.
Yeah.
I love Ghostbusters. It's very good. I definitely, this is another one of those things where, similar to Last Crusade, I watched the second one more than the first one. And maybe that's because it's a little bit more kid friendly coded,
Sure.
but it is, I think the first one is the better one of them. But
Yeah.
yeah, I haven't seen any of the newer ones with Paul Rudd. Are they any good?
No,
No. Okay.
I don't think so.
So the last high quality
It
Ghostbuster
is
movie
like
was the
it
one with
is,
the women Ghostbusters.
which was with what?
The
Yeah,
one with
no, I mean, and that like look like that movie is okay. Like it's
Yeah.
funny.
Sure.
I like all the actresses. They're very good. But it's fine.
Yeah.
And like the reaction to that, and so the two that were made recently with Paul Rudd, who I love. I think he's pretty good in it. And Carrie Coon, I love her. She's great. Um, yeah, like the two are. It's almost like a Rise of the Skywalker situation, where they're like, "Oh well, don't worry, we're gonna give the fans what they want." And they're like, did you guys ever see the YouTube video of the guy watching the like live reacting to the preview for the when they, I forget what it was, like Ghostbusters Afterlife? It was the first time that they're getting the original cast back together, and there's a preview or like the trailer, and there's a guy on YouTube who like live reacted to it, and like he couldn't speak for like 30 seconds after it finished because he was so choked up. Like, hey man, like I'm not trying to yuck anyone's yum, but it's fucking Ghostbusters. Like, calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's great.
that's yeah.
Ghostbusters.
Again,
Awesome.
I you guys gotta stop me. I get on my high horse too much.
No. You're
You
great.
gotta
No,
stop.
buddy.
there's no need to stop.
You're
There's no need to
good.
stop. I think we are all of a similar mindset. At least the other two of us. That's great.
Pip.
Man, I'm looking at mine and none of mine are like these are fun.
So it's gonna be very dour last hour.
Yeah. My
That's
next
right.
three are definitely they can be fun. So my next one actually, so it's funny, as we were talking about this was not on my top list when we started this, but somebody said something towards the beginning about westerns. It was Mac. Spoilers. It was Mac, that it made me go, oh crap, I didn't include this movie, and this is absolutely is one of my favorite movies of all time. It is another movie. Maybe I just like Michael Biehn, you know. Maybe I got the thing for him. And it's Tombstone.
Yeah.
Tombstone is, you're talking about like these are like almost like holy text. They're snapshots of our lives. It's who we associate them with. And this one was like, I remember not being allowed to watch Tombstone because it's a very violent movie. There's lots of swearing. There's sex. There's Val Kilmer just putting on again one of the, we're talking about one of the most amazing performances as a character ever. And getting to watch this movie eventually, wearing my parents down, and I watched it with my mom and I watched it with my grandpa, and it's like, my grandpa was an all right guy, he was okay, but it is one of the only memories that I really have where I was like, we watched Tombstone and he loves Tombstone, and I grew up loving Tombstone. It is, again, it's an incredibly quotable movie to this day. I think Doc Holliday is one of the most like memorable characters of any movie.
Yes.
Kurt Russell is so good as Wyatt Earp in it. I can never not get choked up in the scene or in the movie where where somebody, I can't remember who it is. It's the actor's name, but it's oh my god, well, I just drew a complete blank there. Where Doc Holliday's on his horse and he's like, what are you doing this for? Like, I got lots of friends, and he's like, I don't. Like,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
not true with you. Yeah, who is he talking to? He's one of the other cowboy guys with him.
Yeah, shit. What's like his?
The whole part
It's
at the
not,
beginning of
Were you thinking of Val Kilmer though? Is that
yeah,
what
it's
you're
Val
thinking of?
Kilmer as
Yeah.
Doc Holliday. He's sitting on his
But
horse.
the other guy?
The other guy,
Yeah.
and it's like towards the back half of the movie where they're hunting down all the rest of the cowboys, the cowboy gang, trying to find Johnny Ringo and crew. And Johnny Ringo is a fantastic villain, right? He's so good as the villain, and as Johnny. That's Michael Biehn. Yeah, it's just great. All right, it's got Bill Paxton in it. It's got just wonderful. It's got Dwight Yoakam in it. It's got Billy Bob Thornton in it. Who, if you look up, he looks nothing like Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah.
It's a great line. Are you just gonna sit there and bleed, or are you gonna deal them cards? Like, it's just line after line after line of great dialogue in it, and one of the best Western shootout scenes. The actual, the OK Corral scene.
yes.
The quick draw scene with Johnny Ringo and Doc Holliday. And then it's also got, it's tied to Colorado history as well, which, I'm a Colorado boy. I love my state, and Doc Holliday being buried in Colorado Springs is I lived just down the road from Colorado Springs when I saw it, and it's such a good movie. Such a good movie. So I'm glad that I removed something and bumped that all the way up to 3.
Yeah.
When we were talking.
I love that.
Yeah.
One of the first things we did when we first moved to Colorado is my dad took me up to go check out Doc Holliday's grave.
Yep.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Out there near Colorado Springs.
Yeah. And yeah.
That's right.
R.I.P. to Val Kilmer.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, R.I.P. to Val Kilmer, and the scene at the end where Wyatt Earp's hanging out with him in the tuberculosis hospital.
Oh yeah.
And it's just it's so emotional and impactful, and he's like, why do you keep coming around here? Stop it.
Yeah, if you ever my friend, leave now. That shit's heartbreaking. Yeah, see, I thought you were gonna mention that scene. But yeah, you're right. Why do you do this? Shit, dog, I got plenty of friends. Yeah. I don't.
Yeah, I don't. Wyatt Earp is the only one who ever shown kindness to me. Others. Yeah.
No, I love Tombstone.
Tombstone's awesome.
Awesome. I keep saying this, man, but that really is a fantastic pick, man. Dos Mas. Just to, we're going to have one brief little intermission before number 1, but before that, let's get into our number 2 picks. For me, I got to have a baseball movie on here. Baseball, again, connection with my father, lifeblood of my sporting interests. And so many different baseball movies. And I really will. You ask me tomorrow what my favorite baseball movie is, I might have a different pick. But as I'm sitting here talking to you, if I had to pick one, it is going to be Moneyball. I think Moneyball is excellent. It is, obviously a powerhouse Brad Pitt performance. Jonah Hill. This is kind of that oh shit, we need to take Jonah Hill seriously as an actor. You know what I mean? This is kind of that post, super bad period where he's really kind of showing out. Some great Philip Seymour Hoffman stuff. We love PSH in this house. This is a PHS house. Chris Pratt when he was likable, I'm saying back then. So that's all good stuff.
Before Mario.
Before all that, yeah, man. I just think this is an awesome movie. It is the highs and the lows of sports, and specifically, it makes you care about analytics. It makes you care about numbers, and I think that's really cool because obviously, your kind of typical sports story is the Mighty Ducks team, like they're a bunch of misfits and they came together and they won. And it's like, that's super cool. But this is like largely, there's a lot of creative liberties, but it's largely based in reality, right? And it really shows off, the guys that said, hey, like we can crunch the numbers and recreate a great movie in the aggregate. And they did. They made Moneyball. And I think it's again, I point a lot to score, and I think it's got a fantastic score. I think it's the acting performances, I mean, really top down are just fantastic. There's nobody in this movie that's not giving it 110%. And then, the two like most iconic scenes from this movie, which Pip, you mentioned getting kind of choked up watching Tombstone, like they kind of get me a little bit, man, are the two. One of them is the Scott Hatteberg walk-off home run that gives the A's their 20th win in a row. That's just an amazing scene, accompanied by this great musical piece, which is not part of the original score. It's actually "The Mighty Rio Grande" by This Will Destroy You. That's an amazing, amazing, amazing scene. And then the very end, when the A's, spoilers, lose, and they do not go further in the playoffs, and Brad Pitt, aka Billy Bean, is talking about like, well, this is kind of a waste of time. Like this didn't go how I wanted it to. Like whatever. And Jonah Hill sits him down and shows him Jeremy Brown hitting a home run, but he falls and doesn't realize it. And then how can you not be romantic about baseball? Like, oh my god, dude! Like I just think this movie kicks ass. I love it. Yeah, it's a good.
Yeah.
No.
It's a right good.
I thought you were going to say Mr. 3000.
I do unfortunately really like Mr. 3000. I think that movie's fun.
Yeah.
But Moneyball is my pick for right now. Yeah, I think this is like just the best baseball movie off the top. There's so many. You know what I mean? 42 is up there. Sandlot. There's so many. Raging Bull. All these. But
Major League.
Major League. You know.
And,
what I'm saying?
you mean Bull Durham? Not Raging Bull. That's boxing. Raging Bull's boxing.
Oh Jesus! Yes, thank you. Sorry. Yeah, y'all right.
I was gonna say
that's
Bull Durham.
But yeah.
Isn't that with Robert?
But shouts out. That's what I got for my number 2 is Moneyball.
Nice.
Yeah.
Moneyball.
No, absolutely. Moneyball is a great movie. It really is, and it is actually one of my favorite scenes from. If you have ever seen the show Brooklyn Nine-Nine, have you ever?
Sure.
Yep.
And it's the Captain Holt's favorite movie, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't pick baseball." He's like, "I don't. I love the statistician or whatever the stats." It's just, it's amazing.
Hell yeah,
that's a great movie.
Thank you, brother. Justin, give me your number 2 pick, please.
So my number 2 is probably the most. Yeah, I think it's the most recent because it came out last year. I won't.
I know this.
Yeah. Yep. You can probably see it behind me. Thanks, Pip. It is
yes, sir.
one battle after another. Yeah, I mean, it's still fresh. It's still, it came out last year. It obviously won Best Picture. I think it's a very of our current time movie. And I've always been a big fan of Paul Thomas Anderson. All his movies, they speak to me. They're like an event. So when I saw that he had a new movie coming out, I think this was his first since Phantom Thread, which was a few years ago. But yeah, so first time I saw the trailer, I was all in. And then this was like one of those rare moments. Like, how you can see like a preview or you hear like a premise for like a movie that you're really excited about. And then, as it comes closer, the anticipation starts growing. And then I would say, at least my experience, more often than not, like it doesn't exactly, like you kind of built it up a little too much in your head. So
Sure.
it might
Totally.
still be like perfectly enjoyable, but there might be like a few things that you're kind of like, I would have done things differently, or it wasn't the movie that I wanted them to
Yes.
make.
Yeah.
Not not to be like that, but this was like one of those rare instances where it's like you're looking forward to something, you see it, and then it exceeds like all your expectations. Like like this movie hit me like a ton of bricks. Like I love everything about it, from like the cinematography. I love Johnny Greenwood's score. I just love Paul Thomas Anderson's directing. It's funny, on top of being a very pretty dark story of
Yes.
Sean Penn's Lockjaw, essentially trying to murder his illegitimate, in his world, illegitimate child. Um, I love the Christmas Adventurers.
Christmas Adventures, baby.
Especially everything they stand for. No, I
See,
just
this is
love.
my
Oh my
Justin's
God.
favorite Ghostbusters movie.
Yeah, right. No, I specifically love like that is very much like, it's almost like Doctor Strangelove-ish, the way that they handle that.
Hmm.
And it's very true to life. It's like the Christmas Adventures, yeah, like they're so dumb, and they're so like wrapped up in like their ceremony and everything like that, and the Hail Saint Nick. Um, but at the same time, they're fucking evil and they're getting shit done. And meanwhile, you have the other side of the coin, which is like, uh, what you could call like the revolution, or like people who are rebelling. It is essentially Star Wars, on Earth. But yeah, like the people rebelling against like this world, disorganized. Leonardo DiCaprio is obviously a fuck up. I do love Benicio del Toro and his
Oh,
whole world.
amazing.
The only ones who are like, I think he called it Latino Harriet Tubman situation. And it's truly like they're a true community. Like that entire like community that they descend on, they're all looking out for each other. I think like that's beautiful. Yeah, I mean, it's I think it's gonna be like one of those movies that we ultimately do look back on as one of the, like last year, like everybody was doing their top 25 of 2000, from year 2000 to 2025. And so I feel like once we get to like 2050, this is a movie that's going to keep coming up on those lists.
Yeah.
Yeah, One Battle, check it out.
Yeah, I watched that movie a couple weeks ago again. Laid up after surgery. Was like one battle after another. It's on HBO. Like, hey, wife, you want to? That's how I speak to my wife, by the way.
Right. Yeah.
Wife, with my bell for I need my pillow fluff. I was like, Brianne, do you really want to watch it? Like, do you have any interest in the movie? She's like, I mean, kind of. And I was like, would you be mad if I watched it again without you? She's like, no. And I watched it again, and the first time I watched it, we're all friends here. I left work early by myself to go to the movie theater in my town, the small town, to go watch it. I watched it, and I think part of it was that there was an elderly lady's cell phone that just kept going off, and she wouldn't silence it. And so I was like, that movie's also got me on edge, right? It's agitating. So I think I left the movie being agitated.
Just overstimulated.
Yeah, but still really liking it. And then I watched it again and was like, God damn it. This movie's so good. It's so good. And it's I forgot how funny it is. Just that whole, and it's not like I'm slapping my knee, dying laughing funny, but just the whole scene where he's arguing with the French 76 or French
75, yeah.
French 75.
Oh, yeah.
Like he's arguing with him about what time it is, the password. And it's like, it comes over and it's like he thinks he's this young, upstart kid, and flashes over and some old guy who's just giving him hell about the password. It's like, what are you doing? It's a fucking war hero. Like, that's Ghetto Bob. Like, it's just, and he's in the classroom talking about, I hope you're teaching the right history.
Right.
Fucking slave owners. Yeah, Benjamin Franklin, the Grand Dragon of them all. Like, it's just so funny. And that chase scene as well, with the music through the hills, just it's great. It's a wonderful, wonderful movie. And yeah, I love that when you said Doctor Strangelove, because that's absolutely right. It's very, very satirical, but in very real, uncomfortable ways.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I love it.
I give huge props to Justin on this one because I watched the trailer and I was like, I don't know about this one. It seems a little bit weird. It seems kind of almost like generic action movie. I'm not really sure what it is. And you sat next to me, Justin. You said, no. This is going to cook. Like, this is going to be the shit. And I said, okay. And sure enough, man, I watched it. That's an easy 5-star movie. That's an absolute modern classic. It is. It's a modern classic.
Yeah. And it's like,
100%.
Like putting that like on my list, like, I mean, ultimately, like, what the fuck does that matter? But it's also like, is it suffering from like recency bias? Like but I don't think so either. So it'll be on there if we ever do this exercise again. I'm sure it'll still be on there.
I think it would be.
Yeah.
Which just makes me think of, like, maybe a future point of conversation. I mean, is 2025 the most knockdown drag out fight for Best Picture? Because my God, there was so many great movies that came out last year that were like, I mean, I do think One Battle After Another deserved it. But I mean, Sinners, Marty Supreme, even F1, like, they're great movies all the way around.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. For me, number 2, this is a Best Picture winner as well. Best Picture winner is at the end here. This is where I believe that I truly fell in love with crime movies. I'd seen this movie before I saw Heat. I saw this movie before I saw The Dark Knight, and it is The Departed. The Departed, for a lot of the time,
spectacular.
it goes back and forth between my favorite movie. I love Martin Scorsese's movies. I saw this before I saw Goodfellas. I saw this before I saw Casino. And I remember seeing this in the theaters and watching this, and a bunch of my friends in high school, we went and saw it, and they were huge, really into Sopranos, which was, a big thing at the time, dating myself here. There was really, big deal going on at that time. Sopranos, little show if you've never heard about it. And they were getting really into Martin Scorsese movies as well. And they kept telling me, let's go watch this Departed movie. And it's just great. It's a great crime movie. I know it's a remake of a Hong Kong movie. Is this Internal Affairs? Infernal Affairs.
Yep.
Infernal Affairs, yeah. And but I mean, it's hilarious as well. It's so funny, and just amazing performances all the way around with Leonardo DiCaprio, Jack Nicholson, Matt Damon, Kirk
Mark
Douglas.
Wahlberg.
Is it Kirk Douglas?
No, Martin Sheen. Is that who you're
Martin
thinking?
Martin Sheen. Sorry, yeah, Martin Sheen. Not one of the Douglases. Mac that. So Martin Sheen. Yeah, I mean, it's Alec Baldwin. I mean, it's great, and it's so funny and dark, very dark, and I just, I fell in love with it. It made me realize that, like, crime movies can be funny. There's great action scenes in it. It's intense and it's terrifying at times. The scene where Jack Nicholson's talking to him about the rat, and he's all mind about, the greedy, gnawing, filthy rat. Leonardo, where he busts Leonardo's hand up when that's been broken with got a cast on, and it's very, very Irish, Boston-y, like, that's a very specific place and in our country that's just immediately that that's where this is taking place, right? And it's also my favorite movie with Mark Wahlberg in it. Like, I don't love Mark Wahlberg as much, but this movie alone, I'm like, man, I wish he was more like this in his movies, because him as Sergeant Dignam is he's so good. He's so good. Just, how's your mother? Oh, she's tired from fucking my father. Like, it's just it's so funny. And just all the way around well done and well deserving. I do agree that some people, I think Goodfellas, Casino, a lot of people think this movie is kind of the like culmination award for him a little bit. Like, we're giving you best, Leonardo DiCaprio's best actor for The Revenant type of situation. But yeah, the Departed keeps you on your toes constantly. It's great.
Jack Nicholson is menacing in this movie, dude.
Yeah.
He is. Yeah.
He is terrifying.
Yeah. And he's basing, that character off of a real, real dude as well. Whitey Bulger.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's also very menacing, because it's like, but that's Martin Scorsese. So much of his movies are based off of real people, real events, and one way or another.
I think when that movie came out, like, I think Scorsese himself said, like, that's like the first movie that he did that actually had like a plot. Like like a lot of his other movies, like if you watch, like there are like time jumps and things like that. But he's and I think that I don't think it should be a knock against The Departed. When people bring up, it's more like a legacy award. Like he absolutely should have won before then. And I think that'd be an interesting discussion for us to have. But The Departed is still a good movie. It's still great. Man, I mean, all the points that you made, all the scenes that you're talking about, it's so well acted, and it is like so funny. Like it's a very funny movie with even with how like dark and like violent everything is.
I mean, this scene where Matt Damon goes into one of the goons, got busted. He's like, call your mother, tell her you're gonna be home late for dinner, and he like doesn't get it. Like, who the you're not my lawyer, who are you? But also, Martin Scorsese is always really good with his soundtracks, with his music. He's one of the best, I think, directors, which I think is not controversial to say, at picking music to go with his movies. And I am still a huge Dropkick Murphys fan, and so to hear Shipping Up to Boston in that movie and in the trailer for it, I was like, this movie's going to be amazing. It's going to be incredible.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. Love it. Okay, we're going to take a real quick, not like intermission, but we're going to take a quick little departure from our top list, because, like I said, this was an agonizing
departure.
Exercise. A departure. We're going to take a departure. We are just going to real quick run down some movies that did not quite make the cut. So for me, I'm going to just run down the titles. I'm not going to give you guys any, information on them. I'm just going to lay out some titles that I deeply, strongly considered that just barely did not make it. So for me, in no particular order, I have got Moana, Coco, Master and Commander, Ephus, Captain America Winter Soldier, Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow, Godzilla vs. Destroya, Godzilla -1, Dodgeball, Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one, Interstellar, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Seven Samurai, every Star Wars movie, but specifically Rogue One and Empire Strikes Back, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. Justin, any shouts out you want to give some movies that didn't quite make it?
Do I?
How much time do we got?
Yeah, no, this will be rapid fire. I put them alphabetical order because I had time. So all right, my honorable mentions: 2001: A Space Odyssey, Alien, Back to the Future, Batman Returns, Decision to Leave, Die Hard, Doctor Strangelove, Dune Part 2, E.T., End of Evangelion, The Godfather and The Godfather Part 2, Goodfellas, Heat, Hot Fuzz, The Hunt for Red October, In the Mood for Love, Interstellar, Little Miss Sunshine, yes. Magnolia, The Matrix, Mulholland Drive, The Nice Guys, Once Upon a Time in Mexico, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, The Princess Bride, Ratatouille, The Rock, Seven Samurai, Star Wars The Original Trilogy, Sunshine, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, The Thing, and Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh, man. Those are great.
Next time we're doing top 50 movies for each of us.
Top 50, we can make a 20-hour podcast.
What do you got, Pip?
All right, for me, no particular order. I've got, except for the order they're written down here, Saving Private Ryan, Black Hawk Down, Emperor's New Groove, Princess Mononoke, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, We Were Soldiers, Kingdom of Heaven, the director's cut, don't watch that non-filth, Heat, Jurassic Park, Dune 1 through 2, Snatch, Hot Fuzz, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, Lord of the Rings trilogy, Inglourious Bastards, Django Unchained, Mulan, and oh my God, Shaun of the Dead.
Nice.
Man.
All excellent movies.
Hell yeah.
Did not quite make the cut, but all bangers.
Oh, and Monster.
Thusly do we come. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. And thusly do we come to the end of our long and arduous journey. Am I in agreement that we would say, like the other movies we picked are all movies that are all like some of our favorites, but I think we all said this is our favorite movie. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a lock for me. I can say.
Hell Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Let's do it, man. Our favorite movies. For me, the best movies are ones that you can really empathize with and connect to you on a deep and personal level. For me, this movie is so weirdly niche, and 90% of people that watch it will probably just think, man, that's a pretty good movie. But for me, it was something that I related to, kind of lived through, and like was so deeply affected by. So in a kind of a lame twist, it had to be one that I like, see myself in, and that is The Wrestler. Darren Aronofsky, 2008. I'm not even a big Aronofsky guy. I'm not even a big Mickey Rourke guy. But Jesus, dude. I just maybe the single best individual acting performance I've ever seen in a movie. Like, that motherfucker put his working boots on. And, just the old wrestler kind of going through it, and it's largely based on like the life of Jake the Snake Roberts, but like just all of it, man. Like when he's working at the deli and he like walks through the the hanging plastic gimmick, you know what I'm saying, the partition deal, and he pretends it's like his entrance is playing, and he hits the pose. Like we've done that. Like if you are a wrestler or you watch wrestling, like that is a thing that you do. This story of this complete fuck up who you like desperately want to see him do well, but like he fucks up. Like you're like, God damn it, Mickey Rourke, you were so frustrating. Like just get your shit together. And he tries and he falls and he tries and he falls and he tries and he falls. And the whole time, Marissa Tomei, who is unreal good in this movie, right? Like trying to lift him up, and his daughter's trying to help him, and it's all great, man. Like it's tragic. It's brutal. It's not necessarily fun, but I just think this movie is brilliant, and I don't know if people necessarily connect with it on my level. And again, it's because I get it. Like I know what it's like to be, a shitty wrestler who's not making very much money has to go to your day job that you hate instead of doing what you want to do. But I fucking love this movie, man. I think they bottled it on this one. I think they crushed it. The Wrestler is my favorite movie.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, like it's I would not classify it as a fun watch. It's been a minute since I've actually seen it, but it is like it does have like a lot of heart and like I think Mickey Rourke's out of his mind. He's really good in it. Marissa Tomei too. I was just looking up. I didn't realize Evan Rachel Wood. That's his daughter,
as the daughter.
right? Yeah,
The daughter,
yeah. So she's I think she's a personal favorite. She's kind of underappreciated. I think she's really good in a lot of the acting roles that she has been in.
Yes.
But yeah, like I like it is kind of like it would be kind of an interesting, and just because they're both like Aronofsky movies, but like an interesting double feature with like Black Swan. I think they're kind of roughly made within a couple years of each other, and so maybe it's just him being in like that same headspace. But I do see like similarities between the two, and I think they kind of not necessarily mirror each other, but it'd be interesting to watch those back to back. But yeah, I remember really enjoying The Wrestler, and that's a good pick. I was not expecting that. I should have been expecting that one because I think we've talked about it before. But yeah,
I think I did know that, and yeah, it is bleak. It is a bleak
It
movie,
is bleak.
but at the same time, like I like bleak movies.
But it kind of ends on like a higher note.
I was just gonna say.
Oh, okay.
I was just gonna say the ending of that movie is I think one of the best endings, but also one of the most frustrating endings for me.
Yeah.
Because if I remember right, it just kind of cuts, and I'm like, God damn it, this is The Sopranos all over again in my TV break. But he kind of finds his, redemption or whatever, right, and figures his own way out. It's that scene though it makes me so squeamish. There's a scene in that movie that makes me so incredibly uncomfortable, and it is in the deli.
Another one.
He's having like a panic attack, and there's a meat slicer. I've worked in restaurants with meat slicers. I've cut myself on those sons of bitches, and that scene alone is like he lost a hand. Like he's not getting that back. Great movie. Yeah, it is a really, really good movie, and he's incredible in it. It's a heavy movie.
Good. Hell yeah. Brother Justin, what is your favorite movie?
My favorite movie, and so I chose this one just because it is my favorite movie. I don't remember a time where like this movie was like not something that I was watching, and it probably has to deal with the fact that it came out like when like the same year that I was born. I know we talked about Last Crusade, but it is Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Fuck yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, I love the character Indiana Jones, but this movie in particular, there's just, I spoke a little bit about it, like with like Mad Max and like Fallout, but I mean the stunt, the scope, it's Steven Spielberg, who has always been probably like my guy. I could have put like nearly all Spielberg movies on this list, if I'm being honest. But it's not only my favorite Spielberg movie. It's just my favorite movie of all time. And it's obviously a race against the Nazis to uncover the Lost Ark of the Covenant, which holds the broken tablets that Moses smashed. But yeah, I'm not even like, I didn't grow up like with religion. I didn't, I went to Sunday school maybe for a little bit, but then like my parents quickly just gave up on it because it's not fun to try to get 3 kids ready for church every Sunday morning. Yeah. So even like with that, like, I still like, I still appreciate like the ending of, kind of coming to the conclusion that it's like, there's just some things that man is not supposed to bear witness to, as the Nazis found out in a very terrible way when all they had to do. Yeah. But I like that where, yeah, I mean, you can kind of see, and it's very subtle, but I feel like you can see in like Harrison Ford's performance, how he is so close to kind of like tipping over that edge into like that obsession with finding this artifact, that same obsession that like Belloc, who is like a dark Indiana Jones, and like the Nazis are for going after this thing. Like the moment when they're like opening up like the Well of the Souls, and like it's storming all around them. God is clearly pissed off that they're there. But you see it in like Harrison Ford's like face, like he's almost like overcome with like that obsession. And then yeah, ultimately like, just shut your eyes, don't look. And the Nazis, they all looked. And then ultimately, yeah, like I love the very last shot of them boxing up the Ark and just stowing it away in that endless warehouse with who knows what other government secrets are in there.
Yeah.
And so that was, I think that like, I mean, a part of it is like, especially a lot of those early Spielberg movies, like it really kind of like had this sense of don't trust authority, don't don't trust your government, kids. And like that's something that like, it goes back to like even Jaws, like Close Encounters, E.T., Raiders, like they all have elements of that. Like, question authority, don't. So I really like feel like that spoke to me, and that kind of helped shape my worldview, in ever so slightly. But yeah, Raiders of the Lost Ark, always my favorite. I didn't even talk about like, yeah, like
classic.
Yeah, like I mean, so many action set pieces. I mean, the truck chase, the airplane fight. It's great.
Again, right? Like we have so many of these movies that are so iconic now that they're almost like memes. But like that movie is so it's so, not to belabor the point, but it's iconic, man. Like
Yeah.
it's a classic piece of American cinema that everybody knows, everybody references. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a great movie, and it's still such a fun time.
Yeah.
I just watched it not so long ago when I visited my parents in New York about 6 months ago, and my dad, man, he told me, he's like, man, it's like I'm a kid again watching this movie. Like it's timeless. It really
Yeah.
is timeless.
No, I absolutely feel like, I mean, you could open that this year, and I feel like, I mean, if that were like a new movie this year, people would come out in droves to see that. They'd be so
Definitely.
excited, I feel.
No.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, Indiana Jones is, I mean, I have Last Crusade on here, but it's because of the amount of times that I've watched it. Raiders of the Lost Ark is definitely very, very close to that. Weirdly enough, it wasn't on my honorable mentions, but as we're sitting here talking, I'm like, man, there's so many other movies that I should put on the honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Black Swan being.
Yeah, and when we do our "Hear Me Out" episode,
Yeah,
we will talk about
Hell
Kingdom
yeah.
of the Crystal Skull. We
Yes,
will talk
indeed.
about that
Temple
one.
of Doom.
Temple of Doom is, it's mostly not very fun until about the last 40 minutes, maybe.
So they're tearing hearts out.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Pip, what is your favorite movie?
Yeah, so my number one movie, it is it's a delightful, lighthearted comedy, which just, one of the funniest movies of all time. 28 Days Later.
Hell
Ooh.
yes. Hell
So
yes.
my favorite movie of all time is 28 Days Later, and whenever I tell people this, I get kind of weird looks. They're like, that zombie movie, that horror movie. I think that when people think that, they don't remember this movie. Yes, it is a zombie movie, sort of. Yes, it is a horror movie, but it is also one of the most beautiful movies I've ever seen. Most beautifully shot movies.
Mm-hmm.
I love Danny Boyle. Weirdly enough, again, I didn't have any of his other movies on my list, but you said Sunshine. Sunshine's a great movie.
Yeah.
Uh, Slumlord Billionaire, also or Millionaire, a great movie. But for me, 28 Days Later, I mean, it is just such a juxtaposition of we're traveling through this countryside with the horses that have gotten out because the society has collapsed, and there's just these wonderfully beautiful scenes of like poppy fields and the flowers,
Yeah.
windmills, and as they're going through, and then it is mixed with some of the most terrifying violence and visceral violence I've ever seen in movies. Some of the most terrified I've ever actually been watching a movie is that scene where they're
Yeah.
trying to get the car. They have a flat tire and they're in the tunnel, and the rats start coming by, and then the infected come, and I mean, Danny Boyle and Alex Garland, who wrote the movie, they needed people to look the infected to look like something that is almost believable, right? So they didn't want decaying corpses shambling at them. So what did they do? They
Mm-hmm.
cast professional athletes, because professional athletes do not move like normal people do. So that on camera they would look superhuman almost, and uh I could go back and watch this movie over and over and over again. Cillian Murphy in it is this is the first movie I really saw him in as well.
Yeah.
He does a great job as Jim. The actress who plays Selena, Naomi Harris, is also so good. And there's also, it's also kind of funny in parts too. Weirdly, there's some good humor in there. I mean, there's a part where they just finally rescue Jim. Jim gets rescued and finds the first people, essentially, and he's in shock. So what do? They give him food, like candy, soda, and they tell him a dumb joke about, a giraffe passing out in a bar, and it's hilarious, but also it's heart wrenching, it's terrifying, and yeah, I mean, there's also the whole man or the real scary monsters in it. But that's
Yes.
more towards the end of the movie where it's like, that they think they have found safety, and then yeah, man is the real monster. But there's also real terrifying monsters in this movie.
Yeah.
Um, so I love the movie. Just again, it's just this crazy mix of beauty and terrifying violence in it, and heartbreak when the girl's
Heartbreak.
dad, they're kind of stuck at a checkpoint, and he's like, it's like a crow or something up on a ladder, and he goes and he messes with the crow, and he's yelling it, and like blood drips in his eye. And Hannah, the daughter's like, "Hey, what's going on?" And he's like yelling at her, get away from me!" Like, and they have to. Yeah, it's wonderful and bleak and great. I love this movie. Yeah.
This was the first movie I remember watching where it got done and I was like, "Oh shit!" Like that is the worst world I've ever seen. You know what I mean? Like that really was the first one where I was like, "This is just awful stuff all around." Like this sucks. What a great movie! It's great.
It really does like hammer home like the point, like if the shit goes down, like if the apocalypse happens, like no thank you.
Yeah.
Just
No,
like I want to be done in like the first couple minutes, like because all this stuff months later or weeks later or days later in this point. But all that, no thank you. Please. Someone else can do that.
Yeah, someone else can do that. I mean, and that makes you think about, I mean, Jim's parents, right? He goes home and he finds his parents, and they're laying together.
Yes.
There's that bottle of pills or whatever, and there's a letter to him that's like, please don't wake up, and it's just like that was the right thing to do, because it is horrible.
That's awful stuff, man.
Yeah.
And then they made some pretty decent sequels later on. They tried to do a little bit of the Aliens thing with it by making 28 Weeks Later and make it into an action movie, and then the trilogy coming out now 28 years later. The Bone Temple is awesome. So
just announced they're gonna make the third one.
Thank God.
Is it official?
It was up in the air because like Bone Temple. Yeah, nobody saw the Bone Temple,
which is crazy to me. Go see the Bone Temple
because it's so
go see
good.
Bone Temple.
So they just announced it's happening.
Fuck yeah,
Danny Boyle coming back.
That's awesome. Danny Boyle. That's awesome. I'm glad, because that man, what a great movie, man. What a total like subversion. Fast zombies? Fuck that, dude.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. With the
awesome,
Ebola virus and rabies. Yeah.
Yeah. Hell no, bro. Fuck yeah, dudes. Thank you both, man. This is great. This was awesome. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hopefully you guys learned a little bit more about our interest. I learned something. I learned some cool stuff about my boys, man, about your interest and your your brains and kind of what you guys are into, man. So this is great. I appreciate y'all hanging out for it, man.
Yeah, you too, man.
As always. Yeah, dude. As always, thanks again for listening. So it's a goodbye from Justin.
Movies are good, everybody. See you later.
And Pip.
I concur.
And me, who also agrees. We'll see y'all in the next one. Keep watching movies. Bye.